Hi everyone, so today I want to show you this card which I'm calling a 5x7 forked pillar card. Now I don't know if this has been made before, it might have been. I literally saw, as I usually do, saw something on YouTube, saw the picture, assumed this is what it was, clicked on the video and it wasn't. It was something completely different, but it was just the image to me looked like that. So there you go. So this is what I've made. So it's basically a bit like one of those pinwheel cards, but it's just on the front. It folds flat like that, so you can stick it in an envelope for a 5x7 card envelope for a 5x7 card. And yes, it's nice and easy to do. You've got space on the back to write. It's great for using up all your little scrappy bits, so you always end up with little scrappy bits, especially like strips. So this is great for that. Let's get into it. Okay, so for this card, you're going to need a large piece that's 7x10. And you're also going to need 5 pieces that are 1 3/8 by 5. Now these 5 pieces you're not going to need to score, so I'm going to put those to one side. We just need to score the main piece. So on the main piece we're going to score along the long edge at 2.5 inches, at 5 inches, at 7.5 and at 10. And then what we need to do is go ahead and fold and burnish all of our score lines. And then I'm going to put some red tape just along the outside of this tab here. And then I'm going to fold that tab over, just take the backing off, fold it in half down the kind of halfway line, and just stick the whole thing flat together. So you should end up with that, hopefully. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to make sure that this, where the join is at the back. And make sure it folds down flat, which it kind of does. I'm just going to give it another little burnish so it knows that's the way it needs to fold. So that's the back, that's the front. So then what you want to do, bring in your 5 pieces that you had that were 1 3/8 by 5. And if you want, you can decorate them before you stick them on, but I'm going to stick them on first and then decorate, because I just think it's just going to be easier to figure out where I want to put things. So what we're going to do is going to take one of them, and this is going to go at the top like that. And you want to make sure, in fact, let's just start at the bottom. You want to make sure that you line it up along the bottom and along both sides. And what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to just make a bit of a pencil line just on the sides, and this is going to be stuck on the left hand side. You can stick it on the right if you want, but I'm literally just going to stick it on this side here. So I'm going to get my glue, and again you can use tape if you want to. I'm just going to put some glue down just on that little section there. I can see where my pencil lines are. And then we're going to take our piece of card and stick it into place just on that left hand side. Okay, so next I'm going to take my next one and I'm going to stick it on the right hand side. And so again, I'm actually this time going to apply it just straight onto the card itself. I'm not quite sure which is easiest. I'm going to make sure that it kind of butts up to the one below. You don't want it overlapping, you want it so it's butted up. You do have a little bit of leeway because of the measurement. So these measure 1 3/8, and so I think it worked out that you do have like about an 1/8, of an inch leeway, which isn't a lot when you spread it out over 5 pieces, but it is still better than nothing. So you can kind of move it a little bit. So we're going to get that in. That's going to go on the right hand side. So that's what you end up with. Then we're going to take another piece. This one's going to go on the left. I'm going to keep doing this all the way up. Just make sure you're alternating as you go up. So if you nudge them right up to each other, what you're going to end up with is quite a big gap at the top. So as you can see, I've got a gap there. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to just lay this one on, and I'm going to stick the top one down first and then go for the next one. If you want to, which would probably be a better way of doing it, is to do the top, then the bottom, and then kind of lay the other 3 on and just work out where they need to go, what the gap's going to be, etc. And then you won't end up with like a large gap at the top or whatever. You just need to make sure that on that bottom that they do line up with the bottom of the card and they don't go over the edge or whatever. So let's do this one down, and then this one's going to go in here. And we do have a bit of a gap there in between, but it's not, to be honest, there's going to be that much going on that it's not that much of a big deal. It's just something to bear in mind really when you're doing it, to try and kind of get them even. So that's what you should end up with. So you've got your pieces and they're crossways, and then obviously it folds down flat. So now we need to go ahead and decorate. So for the I'm going to start with these long pieces first. In total you're going to need 5 mat pieces that are 1 1/4 by 4 3/4, and 5 pieces of pattern that are 1 inch by 4 1/2. Now I've gone for these 2 lilac ones to go there, and then these blue floral ones which are going to go on here like that. So I'm going to go ahead now and stick those down. Okay, so your gaps become a little bit more obvious once you decorate them up. So I've got quite a big gap here, but it's fine. You can live and learn. So then we're going to open it up, and then these gaps here you can either leave as they are, or you can put some mats and patterns in. So I've actually chosen to do this. I'm not sure if that's going to be, yeah, no, I think I will. So you need in total 5 mats that are 1 1/4 by 2 1/4, and 5 patterns that are 1 inch by 2 inches, and they're just going to go in these gaps here. So I'm going to go ahead now and stick these down. Okay, so that's what you should end up with. I actually quite like those extra pieces in. So now what we need to do is on the back, on here, you can go ahead and put 2 white pieces. Well, you can either go ahead and just put 2 white pieces, or you can have 2 mats. If you're going for mat pieces, they are going to be 2 pieces that are 2 1/4 by 6 3/4, and that means your white card would be 2 inch by 6 1/2. Now because my mat is already white, I'm just going to go ahead and stick these straight on. Obviously if you need to stamp your greeting, do that before you stick it down. I invariably don't do that, but we will find a way, so it's fine. Right, so that's the back done. So if you turn it over, you just need to decorate. So I'm going to stand it up so I can decorate it. I've cut out a few bits and bobs. I've cut out a little birthday wishes, which I think I'm going to use. And then I've also cut out some little foliage bits, which these dies I think I got from a magazine. I think they were free with a magazine. And so what we're going to do is just stick these on. So I think what we'll do is I think I might have some coming from the outside. I had to cut that one off. I didn't have enough card in the end. So I'm going to go ahead now and just arrange these and just try and sort of stick them in the right places. I might not use them all, we'll see. I think maybe like that. I have a birthday wishes, which I think will go over here. I might just keep it simple actually and just go with those 3. So I'm going to go ahead now and just stick these down. I'll be back with you in a moment. Okay, so there you go, and there you have it. There's your card. You've got birthday wishes there. You can do all sorts of things with this. I didn't really want to put acetate behind here because I like the fact you can see straight through. It's just quite a nice different card. Obviously it stands up on your mantelpiece like that, and yeah, it's just a bit different. It's similar to the I can't remember what they were called, pinwheel cards I think they were called, weren't they? So it's a bit like a pinwheel card that didn't quite make it into a pinwheel card. But yeah, I think it's really nice and easy, nice and quick to do. Folds flat for posting, fits in an envelope for a 5x7. Jobs are good. So yes, I hope you liked it. Make sure to go and check out Coco's Studio, which is where these papers came from. And make sure to like, comment, subscribe, leave a comment down below. Hit the notification bell so you never miss a video. And I'll see you again next time. Bye!